Hello everyone, we have made it to week 7. This week was the week we did the full SST meeting, and we also will be doing the trauma module. So I will just click to our PowerPoint for this week, and this week was really about, now that we've established who our case study student is and we started gathering data, now we're getting a little bit deeper and learning more about the student. So at the beginning of class, we had everyone jigsaw the chapter on gathering data and kind of the SST FBA process. And so we took one person from each group, and you read a certain amount of pages, and then you came back and talked about it with your group. You did the self-study check-in, and that really is around building empathy and understanding around the SST groups, because if you're just sitting down there with strangers, sometimes that can impede the trust and the comfort and things like that that you're doing when working with other people. So always doing some sort of human-to-human check-in is a good thing. We then moved on to identifying the members' roles, the team members' roles. Remember, we have a note taker, the person who's actually typing in the discussion, the timekeeper to make sure that we're being respectful of people's time, the facilitator, and the contributor. And so hopefully when people were presenting their case studies, and actually we saw this, so I know it happened, and going through and discussing who their case study child was. Oh, it looks like we got some writing in this one. Oops. Well, I'll have to clean this up. But we went through and we gave everybody a role so that, okay, we can erase that too. And I'm not sure what this is saying. Okay, so we went through and we talked about the student, and as one person was explaining their student using the different materials that we put together, like the environmental assessment, the review of records, the interviews, the CRSTP, the identification of problem, and the schedule analysis, then the others were continuing to ask questions and try to understand the student's experience a little bit more. We had the quality of life section, the classroom climate section, the quality of life section, the academic and communication section, and the targeted behaviors and past interventions, so we know what's been tried and what worked and what didn't, and then what are our preliminary hunches, and then the final one was the next steps, and that's what you'll be doing for the next 3 weeks, is possibly interviewing other people. Gaining more quantifiable baseline data, or looking at the targeted behavior. So this is where you chose either the ABC or the scatter plot data to collect over the next 3 weeks, and then you're going to come back and talk to your group about it. And then any other things that you might need so that you can really figure out what's going on for this child. So that was that part. These were the links to the different kinds of data, and so here's the actual forms that they give, and because each one of you has different placement and experience at your placement, I am leaving it up to you to really decide which one's best. So remember, all of these documents are already completed inside your textbook, and then I also took some screenshots and put it in this PowerPoint. And then I gave you examples of the data collection sheets that are already filled out so that you could see how those go through. So that was the interval one. This is the ABC, antecedent behavior consequence, observation form, and then here's also the checklist. I also mentioned that you could use your own data collection forms, and that would be fine as well, but it's just about learning more about these students. So for your what's next, you have the Trauma-Informed Teaching online module. You've got the readings, which is a Pariser book, page 153 to 168. The Bambara text, this is the one we jigsawed in class, but 73 to 120. And then Helping Traumatized Children Learn, and I gave you the specific pages within your module. And then once again, you have 3 weeks to choose one data tracking form and to make sure that everything is complete on your step 2 A worksheet. So Let's see, is there anything here that I don't see? So once again, here's the video for the trauma-informed teaching module. And you'll just be watching, here's the PowerPoint, and then you're going to watch the TED Talk that Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris talks about adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs. You'll be doing the readings and then answering some questions about how to support trauma and how it impacts students. So if you have any questions, of course, as always, please feel free to email or call or text. I am available for you. So good luck, and I will see you, not this week, but I will see you guys the next week. It'll just be Sean, and we have a principals panel coming for this week. Oh yeah, that was the other thing you asked me to do. So let me pull up this class, and we'll talk about what to expect for this week. And so I'm just going to look at our online in the moment syllabus, but we've invited a bunch of principals to come to the school and talk to you all about, oops, where are we? Talk to you about what they're looking for when they're hiring teachers. Talk to you about, what it is that you can do to kind of get ready for that process. Let me just see, is it going to scroll down? And then Sean will also just be kind of guiding you on this part of your Weebly, which is you're going to create an introduction email that you would write to a principal. So you'll introduce yourself with examples of why you fit into that position and the school culture, and then also include your credentials in that first part. Highlight some item on your Weebly and then give them a link to your Weebly, and then just give them appreciation for taking the time, and then your contact information, of course, as well. So we will scroll down to this week for learning. So it's just the principal panel and how to create an introduction email, and then you'll also be doing the critical reflection and continuing to gather data for your case study. Also, a good reminder is that on Saturday, the next Saturday, we will be having another Saturday morning seminar with the career or the Character Development Center. I forget what it's called exactly, but we do have five scholarships to go to this one. So if you're interested, make sure to email Professor Pariser. She's working on her doctorate. And just let her know that you'd like to be one of those 5. And if the slots haven't been taken, she'll make sure that you are one of them. All right. Have a great day. Bye.